everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, bienvenidos. If you are returning, hola sis. Today I'm gonna do a different kind of video. I'm gonna do a pregnancy update. I am 30 weeks pregnant and I've talked about doing a video like this for a while. It has been one of the most popular video requests. Okay. So I do have a lot of first-time moms DM me questions and concerns. I even had some of you guys send me ultrasound pictures and after my gender reveal when you're unsure about your gender, and I guess I never realized how influential influencers are on Instagram, and so I think videos like this are pretty dope so I can kind of answer some questions, chat about some things that have been going on with me and in my body. Okay, one big thing that everyone always wonders and thinks about with pregnancy is weight gain. So I weighed myself this morning. I have gained 14 pounds. Some days it's 17. Fresh out of bed this morning, it was 14 pounds. Like I said, I'm 30 weeks tomorrow. So when you watch this video, I will be 30 weeks. I've gained 14 pounds. I don't tend to gain a lot of weight when I'm pregnant. I am usually always all belly. I see the most difference in my stomach when I'm pregnant. My body feels very disproportioned. I feel like my butt is going in and my belly is coming out, and everything just feels awkward because my belly is so big and so heavy, but it's huge. I'll show you guys a belly shot right now. So this is my 30-week belly. Like I said, it is huge. 30 weeks, guys, that's it. I have a long ways to go, and so every pound that I've gained has probably been gained there. I haven't had to take off any of my rings, or my feet aren't swollen. I've never been one of those women who gets very swollen and my face gets very big. 14 pounds in 30 weeks, not too bad. One thing that has been shocking about this pregnancy is these last few weeks have felt like a repeat of my first trimester. Not as severe because this pregnancy I was super sick, but in a sense of I have heartburn like crazy. I'm feeling like I'm chewing Tums, like they're going out of style. Everything gives me heartburn. Water, everything makes me throw up in my mouth. It's disgusting. That keeps me up at night all the time. It is like genuinely frustrating. Sometimes it's so bad I feel like I'm having a heart attack. I'm like moaning and groaning all night and it's just ridiculous. So heartburn has returned. Nausea has returned. I was back home for 2 weeks and 6 of the nights I threw up just simply because of heartburn and nausea. Laying in bed trying to sleep and just feel terrible and ended up throwing up, and it's so awkward because I'm like peeing on myself all the time. Like I sneeze, I pee. I'm like laughing, I pee. Like I need to wear diapers already. Like no postpartum, they're just gonna be the new trend for me because I'm peeing all the time. There was a night when I was throwing up at my parents' house. This is way TMI, but real life pregnancy, and I was throwing up so much, and the whole time I was throwing up I was just peeing all over myself. It was terrible. And then I'm at like in the shower at 2 a.m. throwing up, peeing on myself. Like it is just all bad. So pregnancy is not all glamorous. No amount of good brow gel or mascara can cover up the fact that I throw up and pee on myself, and it's just real life. My asthma, one thing about all of my pregnancies is my asthma gets really bad when I'm pregnant. This pregnancy is no different. It has been terrible. I'm taking my inhaler all the time. I'm failing like every breathing test at my high-risk doctor. Everything makes me out of breath. Talking right now, my chest always feels so tight. So like, I feel like the Nutty Professor, like big, heavy, out of breath. Like it's just all bad. So my asthma, my nausea, my heartburn, those are the like, and the peeing on myself, those are like the worst parts of my pregnancy experience currently. At 30 weeks, it's just really rough, really intense. So I have always heard that like in your 3rd trimester, exhaustion returns just like your 1st trimester, but I've never fully experienced it like this time. I just want to sleep all day, every day. I feel like no amount of sleep is enough sleep. I get genuinely sad when I wake up in the morning because I'm just not ready, but I know I have to take care of my kids, and I just feel so tired and everything feels so hard for me. Like, I was literally folding clothes and my arms got tired. Like, everything about my body feels fatigued. It's just exhausting, so exhausting. I feel like I have been having cravings again also. In my first trimester, I didn't eat much of anything because I was just spent the whole time throwing up my insides, but I always wanted something sweet when I was able to eat, and lately I've just been wanting something sweet so bad. It's not always even like dessert sweet, sometimes just fruit. Like, I just want a parfait, like a fruit and yogurt parfait with granola sounds so good right now, or like a slushie from Sonic. And I've never ever been like a lover of juice or like sodas and things like that. You guys, I'm drinking so much soda, it's not even funny. Like, every time I go out to eat, I get a soda, and I probably had a soda like the last 3 days in a row. And if you know me, when I'm not pregnant, water and coffee are my life source. I drink nothing else, like, at all. I don't even want like a fruit smoothie. Like, I just want water, and lately I just want some soda, some apple juice, some orange juice, a slushie from Sonic. The pickle slushie was really good, actually. I wonder if they still have that. My pregnancies in the past have been very easy. Like, with my first two especially, I feel like I was just like floating in pregnancy wonderland. Like, never swole, never threw up, never was sick, was a little tired here and there, didn't gain too much weight, always was staying cute and getting dressed. Like, this time I feel like a beluga whale and a gorilla had a baby together, and they just want to eat hot Cheetos and tres leches. That's pretty much how I can explain myself right now in pregnancy. I have to be honest, I'm really bad at following the pregnancy rules. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen due to how much coffee I drink sometimes, or how sometimes I just put the like cheese, the fresh cheese on the taco, or like, I don't know how many days a week I miss my prenatal vitamin. It's just really hard to keep up with all of those things and everything else. Like, it's a lot. Like, you guys, honestly, all the rules that you've made up over the years of the no lunch meat and the coffee limitations and all the things, like, you're requiring a lot from a woman who's already giving a lot, and I think it's pretty unfair. And my other kids seem fine, and I never really followed the rules, so that's that. I'm also super emotional. Like, I'm very emotional this pregnancy. Like, I'm not a very sensitive person. I've actually been like dubbed as kind of like mean or harsh like most of my life, and mostly just because I'm very insensitive. But I'm so sensitive this pregnancy, you guys. Like, I'm like, I'm ugly, or like, that was such a beautiful song, or like, Nathaniel, do you really even love me? Like, do you really? Like, that's literally how I've been this pregnancy, and it's driving me crazy because I feel like I have no control over it. That is something very new for me. I am emotional in the sense of like, I can easily cry watching like a beautiful story, like a commercial that just really touches my heart. Like, though I have those kind of emotions, but these kind of emotions are like, I'm very irritable, I'm very like insecure, I'm very sensitive. Like, I feel all of these feels, and it's just driving me crazy, like so crazy. That was a lot. I'm out of breath. I need water. Another thing, I just want to be naked all the time. Like, clothes make me feel sad. Like, I just want to be naked, and I'm just having a hard time understanding why that had to be something that Adam and Eve ruined in the Garden of Eden, is our ability to just live naked. I'm hot and I don't want the clothes, and I just want to go skinny dipping, and I just don't want it to be weird or illegal. I just want to do it and it be normal and natural and free. Yeah, that's that. So let's talk about pain. Like, you guys, I love being pregnant. Like, I really do. So many people ask me all the time, like, I had one baby and I don't understand how you have babies back to back. Like, my body feels terrible. Like, these stretch marks are, well, like, I get it. My body looks like, girl, if you saw me naked, you would be like, skirt, like shook. I get it. It's rough. Pregnancy is rough. And it's like not glamorous in the sense of what it makes a woman feel physically. And that is the part that this time is taking me out. Like, I hurt. Like, I hurt. Like, I have no understanding of how my body is gonna do this for like 8-ish more weeks. I lost my whole train of thought. Pregnancy brain is so real. It's so real. What was I talking about? I don't understand how my body will do this for like 7-8 more weeks. My baby is really low, and I always carry very low, but he's so low and it hurts so bad. He's not moved up. Like, usually I carry low, they move up a little bit, they drop. Like, no, he's down there in there. My last ultrasound was, I think, 2 weeks ago, and they could see where he was like separating my pelvic bone because he was so low. He also was breached, and so I'm praying that he's flipped around, or at least will within the next couple of weeks. The ultrasound tech and the doctor were saying, like, he's so low in my pelvis that they can see where it's like separating, and if it continues and he doesn't move up and he just keeps growing down into there, I'll have to have physical therapy after my pregnancy. And oh my gosh, his movements hurt so bad. I cry sometimes when he moves. It's like this sharp pain every time he's moving, like making big movements, like all the way from like the girl parts to the butt part, like intense, and it feels like heavy pressure all the time down there. Like, I don't even know if I'll know when I'm going into labor because there's already so much pressure. And they basically said there's nothing I can do about it. Like, they can't move him out of my pelvis, and he's just growing and growing, and he's measuring big. My stomach's big, everything just feels big, and so it just hurts. It hurts. Everything hurts. Like I feel pain, like a lot of pain. But on the flip side of that, it's also like very beautiful being pregnant, which I know other mamas can relate. It's like this giant contradiction of like, I feel terrible and fat and out of breath and uncomfortable, and then this other side of this, like, I don't want him to come out, I'm not ready yet, I just want to feel him so close to me, and his movements are beautiful. Like, that's what I feel like every single day. So one thing that has been like really challenging for me is like just having so much fear surrounding like this pregnancy and this labor and delivery. Like Ezra, there was a lot of challenges in that I had some internal bleeding. They thought he had spinal bifida. I was put on bed rest, and then obviously my labor and delivery were terrible. We both almost died. It was a lot. And so this time around, I've just been having so much fear surrounding my pregnancy, surrounding the labor and delivery, and that's been hard. But my appointments have been so good. Everything has just looked so good. The babies looked healthy, my body's looked healthy. They even said I can VBAC if I want, and I would think that would make me feel better, but there's still so much underlining like fear and anxiety that something is gonna go wrong in any given moment. And that's been really challenging to like live with, because there's so many nights where I'm like up at night, I can't sleep, and I'm just thinking, or I'm like feeling him move and something hurts and I'm afraid that my placenta is abrupting again, or it's just so much fear. And so I've really been trying to pray through that, write out like truth versus lies, just recite scriptures over myself. And I asked my husband just yesterday to like join me in daily prayer, hand in hand, out loud prayer for like the remainder of my pregnancy, for like the ability of my body, the health of our son, and my peace of mind, because I feel like I've surrendered peace of mind to the fear of what could happen, even though this pregnancy has been so blessed. You guys could definitely be praying for me in that, because I don't want to be a person who's paralyzed by fear. I don't want my gratitude to be paralyzed by fear or restricted by fear. Like, I just want to be grateful that I'm having a healthy pregnancy, that I'm having a fourth son that is growing beautifully and strong, that my body is doing what it's supposed to be doing. But there's still so many pieces of me that are letting fear like strip me of that joy and that gratitude. And so my prayer has been just like every scripture that I know related to fear and anxiety, telling myself truth versus lies. And so yeah, I would appreciate prayer in that. You know, you always hear about nesting, right? So I feel like nesting is very real. And for me, it usually happens like towards the very end of my pregnancy, but I'm feeling like a lot of pressure to get things done. And I don't know why, but I feel like I'm already going into that mode. I want everything done within the next few weeks. And then I just want to spend that last like month of my pregnancy just resting, enjoying my boys. Noah's going to be going to school for the first time, and I'm feeling a lot of feels about that. So there's just so much that I want to do way before he even comes. So I'm already feeling this like heavy nesting pressure. So yeah, I really just want to spend all of July chilling. Oh my gosh. One thing that I also wanted to respond to was people asking me, is it so hard to take care of my boys and be pregnant? And yes, it's very hard. There is never a moment where my kids just want to read a book or just want to color or just want to like sit down and have a snack. They are karate kids and gymnasts and wrestlers and superheroes, and it's just so much, and it's hard for me to just like say no or just to sit back and watch them. Like, I want to engage with them, but it's so hard. And so it is really hard doing this the fourth time around. I am not gonna even sit and pretend like it's not. It's hard, but then I also feel like my emotions hit because I'm very grateful. Like, you guys, I'm so grateful. Like, I'm so grateful for Nathaniel, for Noah, Uriah, Ezra, and this baby. Like, I feel overwhelmingly blessed that I get to be the woman that God chose to like be Nathaniel's wife and be their mother. And then on top of that, the woman that gets to engage with you guys, that gets to do ministry, that gets to do, you know, all of these wonderful things that God has allowed me to do. And so I think that reminding myself of that is really helps to keep me going. Like, being mentally and emotionally and spiritually strong is helping me get through how physically weak I am right now. And that's the only thing I can say about that is like, I have to stay in the word. I have to stay in like communication with people who really like help me grow. I have to be like reminding myself of to be grateful and of how blessed I am. Like being so aware of my mental, physical, and spiritual health and strength has helped me get through how physically incapable I am in this season. And sometimes that does affect my mental and emotional state. And I really try to stay spiritually strong so that when all of those other things have been penetrated by exhaustion and weakness, then I am like able to snap back into it. Okay, that is it. Just a little update for you guys on how my pregnancy is going, what it's like being pregnant for the fourth time with my fourth son at 30 weeks. I am going to try to give you guys an update every few weeks for the rest of this pregnancy, which isn't really that long, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, let me know what you would love to know about pregnancy, especially if you're a first-time mom. I love engaging with first-time moms on Instagram. I love the questions, the curiosity, the excitement. And so if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I don't really know where it's at, but it's somewhere down here. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your prayers. I truly am grateful for this social media community. And yeah, hasta luego.